Hi guys,
Hi.
welcome back to
Truth
Seeking
Seeking Rebels.
Yeah, we've gotten so cozy. Yeah, it's at night and we're like, hey, we can't sleep without doing a podcast for you guys.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to share with you guys our experiences being queer in Africa and what we get to experience being in a loving relationship with a woman.
Oh, period.
Yeah. So
Loving.
that's our that's our
Loving
experience.
relationship. Yeah, that is our
Yeah, so we're just gonna go through a couple of points and just share with you guys. So I'm gonna start. And
Oh, before we start, how are you doing today? How's your day?
my day has been so busy,
Yeah.
but at the same time I've gotten so much rest.
Oh, period. You have.
I have. How
I
has your
love
day
that for
been?
you. My day has been busy.
Yeah.
No rest in sight.
No.
And my night is about to be busy too.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, but I'm enjoying. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So on to our first point, or my first point about being queer in Africa, is no PDA
Oh my
or
god.
very little PDA, if I would have to say.
Yeah.
So you know why? You don't wanna do PDA out here, ujipate umelala huko kamiti sijui wapi na huko chini.
I know.
So we have to of which we love each other, we wanna show each other so much love, but we can't do that because it's not accepted here. So we have to be very conservative and be respectful, you know. So
It's so sad, by the way, because I look at hetero couples and do they not realize how much privilege they have? And they
so
tend
much
not to
privilege.
use that privilege at
Yeah.
any given point.
Yeah.
Because tell me why you wouldn't even know some hetero couples are couples
Imagine.
unless someone tells you.
They're just walking like this.
They're just walking like this. Even the way they are talking to, like, can you even call your partner babe? Come on, guys. Anyway, I don't have beef with hetero people. I'm just saying, as a queer person who doesn't get the chance to do as much PDA as I would like, I really recognize how much privilege hetero people have and don't use.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So
it's true.
Yeah.
So we can't. We just can't be as free as we would like to. We know other countries are able to. Like I live in a different country. I'm usually back and forth. But like when I'm out there, I can see other people like who are in queer relationships. They're able to just show PDA and be free. But us being here in Africa, it's so hard.
Yeah, it's really hard.
So yeah.
But you know what? I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm giving less and less Fs. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna kiss my woman. Like, if I'm feeling like we're at a safe environment, or maybe we're hanging out at a queer event or something like that, you know. But granted, PDA is so hard to do here.
Yeah, it is.
Especially because I feel like my love language and yours too is physical touch, you know, and just to be there with your partner holding hands all the time and kissing them.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's not easy.
That's such a good point.
Straight.
Please do more
blessed.
PDAs. Please.
Muko blessed.
Muko blessed sana. Hata mjui. Yeah, so my first experience as a queer person in Africa is being queer is isolating.
It is.
It's very, very isolating, especially when you're growing up. And I think we can relate to this because we are both millennials. I feel like now Gen Zs are more free. Maybe.
Yeah.
That might not be the case. But especially, I realized I was queer at a very, very young age. And from that point, I just knew there's something wrong with me. I'm the odd one out. Yani, I always just felt so isolated, you know? And even when I made friendships and, you know, I associated with other people, I had to bring a Michelle that didn't really exist. You know, I had to fake that I'm into this guy and I have a boyfriend now and I have a crush on a guy, and it was all lies.
It's so sad.
It's so freaking sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
That's why we're here. That's why we're doing this podcast.
Period.
So that people who, or young people who are queer, they have someone or people to identify with.
Exactly.
Because even me, as you said, I felt the same way. I knew I was queer from a very young age, and I was so isolated because I didn't have anyone to look up to. I didn't have anyone to share whatever I was going through. So I had to face so much shame. I had to push down the feelings. I had to live almost like a fake life.
It is.
Because I had to like just live through life like I'm a straight person, of which I wasn't.
You have to masquerade being straight.
That's so isolating. You feel so alone. You pray. Yani nakwambia inakwanga tu mtu na Mungu wake. Because I remember days I used to pray that God should turn me to be a straight person. Because I wanted to fit in so bad with everyone else.
Hey, the thing you've mentioned about shame, oh my God, I've really struggled with shame because being queer is discouraged in our society.
It's very discouraged.
And I feel like we come from the same country, so the same cultural values, and being a lesbian, I feel like but I feel like gay people get more hate than lesbians.
Like gay men.
Like gay men. Get more hate than being like lesbians because people tend to fetishize lesbians, and that's another thing that's very gross, honestly. Like anyway, let's not even get into that. That's another topic for another day. Okay? Wale watu wa kusema it's okay if you're a lesbian, but me I can't associate with gay people.
Gay men. We're all humans.
You have a problem, check yourself. By the way.
Sisi wote, lesbians, gays, sisi wote is the same.
Exactly.
The men, the women, the theys, everyone.
The
thems, the ladies.
Whoever falls in between that.
The spectrums.
Exactly.
Yes, LGBTQIA plus. We're all human, and we've all experienced the same kind of things. The isolation is the same, no matter if you're a woman or a man, or if you're intersex, transgender, whatever. We all face the same kind of isolation.
Exactly. And that shame thing is something that can really eat away at you. It goes beyond your childhood years.
It does.
Even as an adult now, I struggle with shame from time to time.
And that's hard.
So I can just imagine how hard it is for someone who doesn't even have a clue that it's okay to be queer. Right. We didn't have a clue. Yeah, Truth Seeking Rebels, we're here, and it's okay, guys. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay to
you're
be
normal.
Queer. Yeah.
And you're loved.
You're normal and you're loved.
Period.
Yeah, come here. Let's encourage each other.
Yes.
So, on to the other point. So my second point was isolation, just like hers. So I'm just going to jump onto the other one. So as a queer person, we have to grieve the fact that we'll never get to experience some cultural and traditional, milestones.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
It's so heartbreaking, honestly. It's so heartbreaking.
It's really so
us as queer people, we get to see our fellow or even our peers doing Rora shows and so many things where their parents are so excited about them, so excited to go for their marriages and just to invite their friends, their relatives. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
But for us, we probably, especially this maybe the future generation might be able to experience that, but for us probably we might not, and we already grieving that. We're never gonna have that.
Oh my God.
Probably maybe something will happen, maybe in the next 5 years something might change, but as for right now, we just know we might not, and if we do it, it's just gonna be with our queer friends and our allies,
our chosen families, so I feel that one really hits home because it's something that we have experienced recently. I won't say exactly what, but just that reality that you're gonna miss out on this big milestone that you've dreamed of having since you were a kid. But it is what it is, life has to move. And that's the beauty of creating your own traditions. You get to decide, what, I'm not gonna do it the traditional way. I'm gonna do ABCD.
Right.
And that's your new tradition.
Yes. And that's being a rebel.
And that's being a rebel, guys. That's being a rebel. You know what? Oh, so these are the norms. Okay, let me break them.
That's being a rebel.
Period.
And that's what we are doing every single day.
Exactly.
We're being rebels.
We
We're
are.
choosing the life that we want to live. The life that feels authentic to us.
Period.
Yeah, we're not asking. We're not seeking validation.
Yeah.
We're just
We're
going
not
ahead and
asking
doing it.
permission from no one.
No, we're not going to do that.
We're just living our lives. Because everyone gets a chance to live their lives. Yeah. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
It's very bittersweet though.
It
my
is.
God.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, guys. On to the next one. So mine is one of my experiences has been conforming to heteronormative norms in relationships. And growth is a very good thing to have because can you believe at some point I also was feeding into the culture or the toxic heteronormative norms. Ile a queer relationship must have a masculine presenting person and a feminine presenting person.
Yeah.
And that thing was so limiting and it's so toxic.
It is.
And I feel like a lot of queer relationships or my experience as a queer person and other queer people I've interacted with, that's something they all went through.
Okay.
Luckily, some of them have broken away from that, but still a lot of people are still shackled by that thing. Like it's like you're trying to emulate a heteronormative relationship. You'll even find people asking, who's the man?
Right.
That's where that thing comes from.
I get that question all the time.
And you'll even find people in the queer community kind of looking down on like maybe femme for femme couples, stud for stud couples.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wow, where did we get this from? I wonder where.
Yeah.
I wonder where.
And you know what? Adding on to what you said, like, there's that conforming because that's what we've seen.
Yeah.
Even because the queer Africans and even queer people all over the world, we don't have examples. So sometimes we tend to like pick up from what straight people do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So right here, right now, we are here as truth-seeking rebels to tell you that you can live in your truth and you can in a relationship like us in queer relationship. We are two femmes and we are doing this because we
want to.
We want to.
Period.
Yeah, we want to.
Yeah.
So
and don't get me wrong, guys. It's okay if you're attracted to masculine presenting people as a feminine person, vice versa, and whatever roles there are. Just know that it's okay. Well, however you present, however other people present, don't get into a relationship because it feeds into the heteronormative norm. Get into it because you genuinely like that person and you genuinely like how they present.
Yes, and it feels right to you.
Exactly. Yeah. And also, don't ever let anyone force you to become something you're not.
Don't.
We used to watch the same queer couple. I won't mention them. But when they broke up, the one who was usually masculine presenting came out and said that, oh my God, you know what? She actually the ex-partner used to force them to be masculine. And right now they're very, very feminine presenting and they're out there living their life looking happy. So also don't let toxic people tell you how you're supposed to look and who you're supposed to be. Trust yourself and decide that for yourself.
I love that.
Do you feel like you're masculine presenting? Do you feel like you're feminine presenting? Do you feel like you're both? Do you feel like you're neither? Do you feel like you want to present as an alien? Go out there and do that. It's up to you. Don't let anyone tell you who you are.
Period.
Yeah.
You're the one who feels it inside you. Exactly. You can tell who you are. Yeah. Don't let anyone tell you who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah. That was beautiful. All right. So on to the other one is fear. Like being queer in Africa, you face a lot of fear because you don't know. You just don't know who's looking.
You don't know.
You just don't know. And us choosing to live this life like this and to live in our truth, we're doing it rebelliously. We are being careful, but we are doing it rebelliously. Just praying every day God protects us. Yeah. People out here are very small-minded. And they like to project their own insecurities onto other people, especially us being queer people. They want to project that onto you. we are two adults, consenting adults. You know, we are not. My girlfriend here, she's not here because she's forced.
Yeah,
she's here because she wants to, and I'm here because I want to.
Period.
So, and we are not hurting anyone. You see,
we are not causing harm to anyone. We are just deciding. You know what? I love you. Yeah. You love me. Let's do life.
Yes.
You know, and I feel like everyone has the right to do that.
Everybody, as long as you're not hurting anyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As long as you're not harming anyone, as long as there's consent.
Yes.
And I believe consent should exist even for no matter what kind of relationship it is.
Yes.
And by that virtue, consent can't be given by someone who's, you know, there's a certain age.
Yeah, age.
To give consent.
Msikuje huku mkiwa under 18 alafu mseme mliambiwa na
consent.
No.
So yeah, most definitely. It's really sad.
Yeah, it is.
That someone can just look at you just being in love, and decide that you shouldn't be like that, so I'm gonna harm you.
Yeah, it's so sad.
People have literally died just for being queer.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking.
It's really heartbreaking. You know what? A moment of silence for people who've lost their life
because of being queer. Yeah.
Oh, peace be with you guys.
Yeah.
And you know, stay safe and
stay safe. Always stay safe.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one for me, my experience as a queer person in Africa. As much as I knew I was queer from a young age, can you believe that I still was seeking male validation? And it wasn't until like in my mid-20s that I called myself out on that, because I didn't even know I was doing that. But I actually used to be a pick-me.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
That's so valid.
I used to be those girls who would be like, me I don't like at a makeup. Me, I'm just good with my nini. And not to do it in a way that I'm just expressing my opinion. I used to do it in a way that I felt like I was better than people who are doing lots of makeup and what. Guys, we come from far. We really come from far. And mind you, at the same time, it's not like I was someone who was dating men. I wasn't even dating men. But still somehow their opinion of me really mattered. And I think that's just society or how we are brought up. That thing was really it really had me in shackles. You know?
And you know, there's also that thing of you want to be accepted.
Exactly.
If you're seeing your peers being given, you know, validation by men, you're like, okay, and they look excited. You want some too,
you know?
Because of course you're not getting validation from women because you're deep in the closet.
They don't even know you like them.
Even them, they don't know how to express themselves.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's so valid. That's so valid.
God. You know? Oh my gosh! But we thank the Lord. We have been delivered from that. That was jail. That was a sort of prison.
And to add on to that, like just also even dating men where you're let's say you're a full lesbian, and you're dating men, you know, sometimes you can feel the disconnect. You can feel it, but you're still doing it because you want to fit in. You know, because a lot of people do ask me, are you really gay? Because
they knew you've dated men
before. They're like, I thought you were married. I thought this and this and this. But at the end of the day, I'm the one who knows myself. I know what my struggles were.
Exactly.
And I know why I got into those relationships. You know, you don't know what you're doing. You just you're like, oh, maybe God is gonna rescue me. God is gonna.
Hey, you're praying the gay away.
Maybe when I get married, or maybe when this happens.
Maybe when I have children.
Hey. And you're just deep uko. Hey, let me tell you.
Gosh.
It's a struggle.
It's like we will literally do everything else but accept ourselves. You know? But it's not because we don't want to. It's because society expects ABCD from us. Right. You know, and most of us do struggle with that shame thing. And you're like, there's no way I'm even gonna tell anyone I like women.
Imagine.
I'm gonna do it in secret and that's it. But then, do you know, there's a lot of people in marriages.
There is.
There's a lot of them.
We are not here to shame anyone. because these are things people
That
have
happen,
done.
yeah.
We're just here to say that it's okay to come out if you're safe, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Know that we are here,
exactly,
and we are here to show you that it can be done. You know, or even if you're in there in the closet, deep in there, just be there knowing that there's us, and we're encouraging you, and we see you, and we love you,
yeah, and
we accept you.
Yeah. And but they, you know, coming out, if you want to be in the closet, that's okay. Like coming out is not important for everyone. It's only important to some people, you know. So it's, don't feel any pressure to come out. You don't have to come out. You can live your life in the closet, or you know, maybe a few people know. That's on you. That's your decision, and that's totally okay. Don't ever feel pressured to come out. And if you do wanna come out, I know that can be a very personal thing. Like for me, I really wanted to come out.
Yeah.
Like it's been such an important thing for me. And hey, let me not get into that, but I thank God that I did, because it's given me so much growth and so much abundance, honestly. And
I'm proud of you.
oh,
that takes a lot of strength
I'm proud
to
of
come
you
out of the
too.
closet. Why?
It's hard.
It's not
really
easy.
hard. You know what's waiting for you.
Yeah, because you have to be you have to sit down and be ready to be abandoned.
Yeah.
Because
and you know exactly
who's
going to abandon you.
Yeah, it's very possible to be abandoned because of coming out of the closet.
Yeah.
So we're not here telling you to come out when you don't feel safe.
No.
Feel safe and be ready.
Exactly.
Have a
and
strong,
want to.
And have a strong support system. Me, I know for me, when I came out of the closet fully raging, my support system was like this, holding me
ready
up.
for you.
Yeah.
Ready to protect you and shower you with love.
Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh.
We feel blessed. For anyone who is supporting us, we see you, we love you, and we are so grateful.
You. Oh my God.
Yeah,
thank you so
for
much.
not shaming us and for seeing us as the human beings that we are.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate each and every one of you, and we pray for you every single day. Yeah, for seeing us as humans, because some people don't see us as humans.
They see us as rejects.
Yeah.
Weirdos. Whatever words they like to put on queer people, but this is a big F you to you. Let people live their lives. Let people enjoy lives as long as they're not harming anyone. Let me not finish that.
Continue. I am. So for me, it's being shunned from the church.
Oh.
Being shunned from the church. You imagine growing up in church. Yani wewe unakuanga huko, you're committed from when you were like 4 years old. The moment umetokeza hivi umesema you're gay, they don't know you anymore.
They don't like
Go
you.
Away. They don't like you. You're going to hell.
Yeah.
Do you know how isolating that is? Especially when like let me not say your whole identity, but some of your values are like connected to the church, or you know.
Oh, I know that one is personal.
Yeah, it is very personal for me.
Yeah.
And for me, I've chosen to be rebellious, to know that I can know God for myself, and I can still be queer. And I can know that God made me in his own image, and he would never make a mistake.
Yeah.
And I know this is an opinion that not everyone will agree with. And I'm okay with it. Imagine I'm okay. I've already come to peace with that. I've already come to peace with that.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's really important. Yeah. You know, I feel like, well, of course, there's a lot of queer Christians, you know.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of queer people move away from like religion, Christianity, whatever sort of religion it is, because you're too feeling you're not accepted here. You're not loved, you're not wanted. You're looked at as something demonic, if I can say that.
Yeah.
You know, it's a sad reality. But, you know, I feel like it's also brought a lot of people peace to know that they can go out there and seek God or seek a higher being for themselves and just get to connect with a higher being on their own, you know? Whew, but it's hard. It's really hard. Like especially if religion is like an important value to you, you know? That's really hard. And I really commend everyone who, like you, babe, like you're a queer Christian. That's not easy.
It's not.
And it's not something a lot of people can even understand.
Yeah, people don't understand it. And I'm okay. People who ask me questions, I'm ready to share with them what I know.
Yeah.
I don't have all the answers, but I know I'm at peace knowing that I'm loved.
Yeah.
And I'm accepted by God.
You are.
Yeah. And that's enough for me.
Yeah. Let me ask you, but guys, you know there's queer churches.
There
Did you know that?
You know, I know there's queer churches, but I've never been to any.
Oh, maybe we should find time and go
Maybe
to
we
one.
should.
There's
Maybe we
one
should.
right here in Nairobi.
There is.
Yeah.
Probably we should go and
maybe
try.
we should go to one. Like queer accepting churches. They exist.
Okay.
And, you know, I feel like they really connect those people who really, really want to be in church, but they simply can't because they feel unwanted.
Yeah.
You know? And I know maybe it's a controversial topic, like especially for homophobic people, but why would you shun people from loving God?
Right. Or shame them.
Yeah. For loving God. That makes no sense to me.
It's sad. If you're a queer Christian, hit me up. Yeah. Bella_Bula_. Let's talk.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, baby. Yeah, spreading the gospel. And you know, but then I think one of the most beautiful things about our relationship is the fact that we accept each other as we are.
Yes, we do.
You know?
We do. Completely.
Like you are queer and Christian.
Yes.
I am spiritual.
You're spiritual.
You know, I'm queer and spiritual. And the fact that you're just able to be like, you know what, baby, that's your journey, that's your truth.
Yeah.
I love you like that and I accept you like that. That is so important.
Yeah, because we respect each other.
We do.
Yeah.
That's a win for love, period. Yeah. So mine, one of my experiences being a queer person has been losing friends, family, you know, and even just potential friends, you know.
Yeah.
Before I even get to that, if you're those people who someone comes out to you and then you're like, oh, as long as it's not me you like, who told you it's you are like, Ebu, you need to style up. Those people are so annoying.
You know, like what will go?
Imagine being friends with someone for years.
That's so shaming.
And then you finally have the courage to let them in to who you are. Like you finally feel safe enough to tell them, like, by the way, I'm gay. And then the first thing you think about is you're the one who... That's very wrong. And it's very... I don't want to use cruel words, but you need to style up. Just because someone has come out to you doesn't mean they like you. Unless they specifically tell you, by the way, I like you. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure, being queer, I have lost friends. I've lost like family, not my immediate family, but like some relatives. They shun you. They won't even talk to you. They just think you're this thing that should just stay far away. They don't even want to be seen.
Right.
You know?
That's so isolating.
It's very isolating. But also at the same time, you know what? I think it's very freeing.
It's freeing.
It's very freeing.
Yeah.
In a sense that... Sorry, babe.
No, finish.
In a sense that these people who are shunning me and shaming me and don't want to associate with me because I'm queer, it's like, I don't want that energy in my life. Right. So essentially, you're doing me a favor by not talking to me because I don't want to be close to such kind of people. I don't want to be close to negative people, you know?
Yes.
So in as much as in the beginning it sucks, but it's a blessing in disguise, really.
It is. It is. Yeah. I could, what is the word? I do agree with you because even for me, since I came out, I've lost a lot of friends. You know, some I wouldn't say like you know, I just show up to. I wouldn't say like family because no one has really approached me to tell me, oh, you are a sinner, or you're doing something. But I still feel like maybe there's some questions people ask me that make me feel like weird, kind of, and it makes me feel like I don't even want to show up to places because it's like people don't see me as their family member anymore. It's like I'm almost like what's the word? An amusement park.
Yeah.
Not an amusement park.
I know what you mean.
Like
just feel like you're in a zoo and you're the animal.
People are just like, oh, this is, you know, you don't feel like you can even connect with them anymore because of that, you know. Yeah. But I do agree with you. Like being queer in Africa, like all those things, questions, and it can be really,
And it's so funny. But I understand being curious about, like, you know, someone you've known all your life is queer and now you know, and you're curious about it, and oh my gosh, but I've seen you with guys. Like, it's okay to be curious, but also know the limit. Yeah. Some questions are really annoying, and some of them are just downright condescending.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So as someone who's curious about queer people, it's okay to be curious, but also some things just Google, honestly, because you're making all our interactions about my sexuality.
Yeah, you can't sexualize everything. Now you're asking me about some things. I'm just like, guys.
I know. It's like, I don't want to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that in turn forces us queer people to learn how to build boundaries.
Right.
But you know, it's also tiring because you have to do it again and again and again. It's like coming out. You have to come out again and again and again. It's exhausting.
It is. I agree with you. Well, because you kuinje. Tunakapitia sana. So if you're gonna ask me questions, I don't mind your questions. Actually, I want to teach you. I want to help you learn, but be empathetic and be considerate. Usiulize maswali. Hata mimi siwezi kuja kwa straight person nianze kumuuliza maswali zingine.
I don't want to know what you do in the bedroom first of all. Don't even volunteer that information. I would never ask.
Yeah. So just I would say just be kind.
But kind. Please. If nothing else, if you get nothing else from that, as someone who has been asking weird questions, please don't ask a lesbian couple who the man is. Don't ask who the man is. Like, we are two women. That's why we're in a relationship, you know. It might be different for other couples. Maybe, I don't know. You know, sexuality is a spectrum, and how people identify is also a spectrum. But that's so good.
Yeah, even us, we don't ask who is the man, and we sometimes it's the woman who's the man.
I know. Sometimes it's the woman wearing the pants. We don't ask you that, do we? So don't ask us that. There's no man.
Don't come for us. We're just being rebellious over here. All right. Let's see. So another one for me is getting insensitive comments from people. I think we just covered
we just
mentioned that.
Yeah.
So the rest of my points is just something we've covered.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can just bounce off of the rest of mine.
Yeah.
So another one, being queer means having constant anxiety.
It does. What?
You know, there's that anxiety for, am I safe? Is this room safe? You know? And sometimes maybe you have friends who are not considerate enough, or who people, let me not call them friends, because I feel like a friend would care about your safety. People who like to just go out and tell people, oh, but I have a lesbian friend, she's coming to the party. I don't know those people. Why do you feel comfortable telling them about me? It's different if I'm the one telling them, you know, if I'm sharing that information. So there's that anxiety for people you meet. Whenever you're going to meet people, you kind of have to be so vigilant and paranoid. Whenever those topics come up, you kind of have to test the waters, you know, if you don't know them. Oh my God, thank God for queer friends, because oh my gosh. Yeah, so constant anxiety of your safety, and also that, especially the one for meeting your relatives. That's a really big one.
Hey, it's big.
That's a really huge one. And you know, most of our relatives here in Africa, they tend to be like Christian and unaccepting. So
it's so hard, by the way.
Hard.
I do agree with you. That anxiety is there constantly because you don't know who's been told what, where, what was screenshotted, where sent. You know what WhatsApp group is where circulating. You don't know.
Exactly.
So you're just there like walking on eggshells. You don't know what questions are coming. You know. So it is constant anxiety of even even taking pictures or doing.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you're just like you don't know who's watching. You know.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes you just get carried away. I might be with you, let's say like a balcony, and I'm just there touching you. I'm like, oh, baby, I love you. Like, you know. And then unashtuka, there's someone there just.
You know, it's crazy.
It's a lot.
Yeah, we are hoping that things will change, because change is inevitable. So we're hoping that the future is gonna be better for Africa, and that's why we're here. That's why we are doing this podcast, so we can shine light on what experiences we go through every day.
Exactly. Yeah. And by the way, shout out to every queer person who's just boldly living their life.
Shout out
to you. Because you know what? you make it possible for other queer people to look at you and be like, you know what? They are living.
Yes.
They are actually living their lives. I want to live my life too.
Period.
It's not that necessarily you want to live it online, but you just want to live. You know, you just want to exist as who you are. And that's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. It is okay.
It's very okay.
It's very okay. Just be safe, but no, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So something else, being queer has taught me the value of having a queer support system.
Where?
Let me tell you, if you're a queer person, you need to get out there and get yourself some queer friends.
Yes.
You know, because literally they give you so much peace. They give you so much bravery. They make you feel so loved and so accepted, and they do not make the conversation about you being queer.
That's true.
Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of straight people who are very supportive and very loving. You can have very amazing straight friends who support you as a queer person, but I guarantee you the kind of feeling you have when you're hanging out with your fellow queer people, it's so deep. You just feel at home. And then you get to look at people, and some of them are married, some of them have kids together. They're just living. It's so beautiful.
It is beautiful to see.
And I feel like that leading to me coming out, I've had some really amazing queer friends. And they've given me so much courage and so much bravery to just be like, you know what? I am queer, I exist, I am loved, and I am accepted, period. Whoever wants to love me will love me. Whoever doesn't want to will not. And that's the end of that.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I can count, I have queer friends, maybe a couple, but they're not many. We don't get to see each other every day. We probably live in different countries, some of them in different states. But when you get to talk, we get to talk. But it's so nice when you have queer friends that are close to you.
Yeah,
that
it really is.
Talk to them. They understand you.
I
They understand your problems,
your challenges,
whatever you're going through. So I do agree with you there. Me, when I was coming out, I only had some let me say some family members who have been and have always been supportive of me. Shout out, yourself. And then also my therapist. My therapist was queer affirming.
Oh wow.
She was queer affirming, and she oh gosh, you want to get you if you're going into therapy, me saying into anything. I'm not here to give anyone advice. I'm just saying when you're trying to come out of the closet and you want to get a therapist, make sure someone is queer affirming.
Hey, definitely. Yeah. You know what? I'm looking to do therapy, to get into therapy this year. And I have a friend, my friend, I won't mention them, but yeah, they're helping me look for a therapist too. But one of the fundamental things they need to have that therapist is they need to be accepting. I do not want to work with homophobic people. I don't. And by the way, let me ask, when someone is a therapist, they're not supposed to bring their religious views into sessions.
They're not supposed to. There's two types of therapy. There's religious. I don't know if they're counselors and there's therapists, but they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to. They're not.
Because I've actually come across therapists. Instead of just advising, not advising, but whatever. How do I put it? Not advice, but when you're in therapy and you're going through therapy, why, as a therapist, why are you giving me religious opinions?
They shouldn't be giving you advice.
Especially based on you're giving me advice based on your beliefs, or rather that's the kind of therapy I've had before. So right now, as I'm looking into getting into therapy, I really need to find me a very accepting therapist. And guys, if you know one, please send me a recommendation. That should be interesting. 2024, it's Michelle in therapy. I need to heal, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Proud of you, baby.
Thank you, baby. And but I like that we both value therapy.
Yeah, we do value therapy.
That's really important.
Yeah, because sometimes you for yourself. It's part of like personal growth.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Proud of you.
yeah.
Okay, so the last point that I have is being queer in Africa has taught me how much of a badass I am.
Period.
I am a badass.
Let's finish it on
I
a high
am
note.
a badass. I am brave. I am strong. I am bold. I am beautiful.
Yeah.
I am creative. I'm artistic. I am all these things.
Yes.
But then let me ask you, I feel like queer people are such cool people. Like even the way they express themselves through dressing, through their jewelry, like the artwork that they do. Like queer people are such interesting people, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, find queer people and just watch how they dress, watch how they express themselves, watch how they sing, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So
we are rebels in
we
all
are
ways.
rebels in all
Artistically,
ways. Yeah.
in all other ways. We are
Yeah.
just here to show up and to say, we are telling you guys we are here. We are here and we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. So we're here to stay. And if that doesn't resonate with you, too bad, but we're not going anywhere, you know? So yeah, we just all have to find space because sisi wote we are humans and we deserve to be here, and the world doesn't belong to just straight people.
Yeah, it's for all of us. All of us.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a question for you.
Oh, okay.
So what gives you the courage to continue rebelling and living in your truth?
Oh wow. What gives me the courage, first and foremost, is little Michelle.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh my God, babe. Like when I think of little Michelle, like all the shame she's gone through for being queer, all the hopes that I had. Like even right now, I'm living my dream.
Yes.
I am literally living my dream, guys. You know, I have my partner. I am out of the closet. I'm bold. I'm taking care of myself.
Yes.
You know, like wow. Little Michelle is my first motivation.
Wow.
My second motivation, what gives me bravery?
Yeah, bravery.
To
courage.
continue, like not to continue being queer because that's not a choice, but to continue just being who I am is having my support system.
Wow.
That's my girlfriend, my family, my friends.
Yes.
Even strangers on the internet. And tell me why strangers on the internet are so sweet. Come on, guys.
Yes.
Guys, by the way, if you've ever left us any comment that was positive, do you know we literally just read them together and we're just like, oh, babe, look at this. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you, by the way. We really do. So
we do appreciate you.
And thank you, baby, for being part of that.
Yeah.
For being part of my reasons for continuing to be brave.
I have to support you.
Oh,
I have to.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't be your partner and then I'm playing on the offensive team.
I know.
I'm on the defensive.
That one. Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And what about you?
So for me, what gives me the courage to continue rebelling is the future generation.
Oh, period.
Yeah. I don't want the future generation to go through what I went through. That isolation, Aki Mungu, let me tell you guys, it was dark. It was dark. I want to give people the freedom to live in their truth. Just by me, just being myself here, living authentically and unapologetically.
Yeah.
I want you looking at me there. I don't care. You don't have to be queer. You can be
whatever label you are.
Whatever label you are. What if you're struggling? You know, you're struggling to be yourself in any way. I want to tell you that you can be yourself and you can show up as who you are, and people will accept you.
Period. Yeah. That's so beautiful.
I'm a shame killer.
Hey, shame killer. I love that. Shame killer, baby. I'm stealing that. You're not post Leo.
We are here to
kill the shame.
Yep.
Why are you ashamed? You're not causing harm to anyone.
Yeah,
are you?
Not. No,
are you? No, as long as you're not causing harm to anyone, go out there and live your life.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Period.
Oh, that's so beautiful. To maybe like to close this off, what advice would you give to someone who's queer watching this? Queer and living in a homophobic place?
Oh wow. I would say number one, be safe. Safety comes first. We want you to be here for a very long time.
Yeah.
Be safe. Find people who you align with. Support system. Other queer people and also allies, but not every queer person is safe. So also trust yourself, trust your gut.
Yeah.
And if you're able to come out, please come out raging. But if you're not, if it's not safe, especially because you've told me someone who's living in a homophobic country, right? Yeah, just be safe. No rush.
There's no rush. Yeah.
Know that we are here, we see you, and we are manifesting and praying for you.
Amen.
So that one day you can live authentically and you can be free.
Yeah. Well, that's beautiful.
How about you? What advice would you give someone?
What advice would I give someone? Trust yourself.
Yeah.
Just trust yourself. It's only you who knows what you desire, what you like, who you like. Don't let society tell you who you are. Decide that for yourself. You know?
Yeah.
And once you do that, just go out there and live like tomorrow is not promised. Because it's not.
Yeah. It's not promised. Tomorrow is not promised, my
It's
dear.
not.
Live your life. This life is yours and you can curate it however you want.
Yeah.
If you want to be a ballet dancer, go ballet all over the place.
Yeah.
If you want to be a teacher, go be a teacher. If you want to be a teacher and then you're a singer.
Yeah. And then a coder. You do you. Live life. But there, you know, you're here to experience life. So go out there and experience life.
And for all people who are living authentically, like I want to tell you, life is art. Life is art. And hakuna art za watu wawili. There's no two kinds of art
that can be the same.
Can be the same.
Yeah.
So you're an artist of your own life. Go create that art.
Period.
And do it unapologetically.
Oh. Yeah, guys, I hope you've heard us. Let us know, are you queer in Africa or even in a homophobic place? Let us know in the comments, like what some of your experiences have been. If anything we've said that resonates with you, even if you're not queer, you're straight, but there's things that we mentioned that you resonate with. Let us know what you think. Just talk to us, and please remember to subscribe and follow us on all podcast platforms and leave us a comment, guys. Please. We love to hear from you, and also tell us what you'd like to hear more from us.
And follow us on all social media platforms except one. I'm just kidding. So on Instagram we're Truth Seeking Rebels, and on TikTok we're Truth Seeking Rebels.
Period.
And on YouTube we're Truth Seeking Rebels. So
period.
It is what it is.
It is what it is,
I
guys.
hope you guys are able to come back with so many friends.
Yeah. Please bring them, all of them. Oh, share this with all of them. You know what? Share it on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook, on your Instagram, wherever you want. Share it, okay?
We love you guys.
We love you guys. See you next time.
Bye.